Welcome, dear children, to this new chapter, chapter 8. Today we shall learn how to write a story. Everybody is fond of stories. You are fond of listening, you are fond of telling also. At the same time, now you have to be fond of writing also. See, story writing is a skill because when you speak, when you are telling a story, you have your voice modulations, intonations. At the same time, you have your hand gestures, the facial gestures for the person, the one who is listening to your story, and that makes the story more interesting. But, dear children, you have to write your story. So your writing should be so expressive that it should make the story interesting. So today we shall study how to make it interesting and what are the different ingredients of writing short story skills. At the same time, we shall also study about how in your board exams, what format this story writing question is in. And then at the end, to conclude, we shall study more about the important points of story writing. To begin with, I have written down an original piece of short story. Now this story I've picked up from your test paper only, test paper 8, question number 1. And here it is, write a story by continuing the following. By continuing the following. Now the words are, I've written it down. See, it's just 324 words because we always have how to express this like doubt in our minds, and at the same time we have this queries how to write a story in just 350 words. See, a story could be written into a novel with thousands and thousands of words. A story can also be expressed in few words. The shortest story that I know is an advertisement on sale, few pairs of socks, and cradle that is unused. Now see, just few words and it speaks a lot about somebody. We feel pathetic, we sympathize when we hear this one sentence story. We start imagining what could have happened to that person, that person has put on sale these things. See, few words, but how expressive. And this is what is required by you also, children. Just few words. So today I shall first read this story that I have penned down for your reference, so that you understand the different other points that I shall be explaining about story in reference to this short story that I have written. So I'm reading it out. Listen carefully. We set off in the silence of early morning. Now this is the word, the sentence, the words that has been provided. We have to continue. See, we don't have to break this. It has to be in complete verbatim. It should be continued. We set off in the silence of early morning hours with our hearts that were not silent but in turbulence. There was a lot of apprehension, but my mother's conviction was giving us reasons to be positive. I can never forget that early morning phone call that doomed us and informed my father's accident and the outcry that followed thereafter. I was in my teens. My final exams of class 9th had recently got over and I was enjoying my freedom. Just like any other teenager, I used to demand money to party with my rich friends and was trying to convince my parents for an iPhone that I could show off to my friends. Well, back home, I used to tease and bully my sister. I was really a spoiled brat and very careless. I was scolded every day by my mother. My father was my savior and pampered me like a prince. While I was lost in my thoughts, a loud siren of the ambulance reminded me that we had reached the hospital. My mother held our hands and we almost ran inside the hospital. Dad's friends were already in the hospital. The dead silence and their avoiding eyes spoke the grim reality. This deadly silence was broken by the loud shriek that my mother let out when she saw the body. I stood shocked and unmoving when my mother clutched me tightly. I too broke into loud sobs. My sister was also inconsolable. Dad had left us forever for his eternal abode. His body was shifted into an ambulance and brought home. All through the way we were trying to console each other, but ourselves, we were weeping and unconsolable. We reached home, but now the things were different. I, being the man of the house, had to arrange for the funeral. The next, I realized that I was suddenly grown up. I was emotionally stronger now because I had to support my mother and sister. I was no longer a pampered teenager, but a responsible boy who would live his father's dream. Just 324 words. Children, when I opened this story with that sentence that we set off into the silence of the early morning hours with our hearts that were not silent but in turbulence, you wanted to know what happened. You were all listening to this story quietly. You had in your hearts desire to know what happened further. There's a sort of, we had created plot. Characters were there, plot is there, and an atmosphere is created. There's a conflict, internal, a little bit of external, and that actually completes your story. So now we move on to our next point of story writing. Now, what is the next point? The important ingredients of story writing. What are the important ingredients of a story writing? Your story should have characters. Your story should have plot along with the conflict. See, plot and conflict, they are related. And then there should be an atmosphere. Now we come back to the characters. See children, characters for your writing, because you have the limitation of words, 350 words. 300 to 350 words. So now these 300 to 350 words only that you have in hand, you cannot handle more than 2 to 3 characters. So be limited, because you need to describe those characters. Now with the limitation and with the plot, how and the series of events that you have to narrate, how to describe these characters. See, little bit of description is required, besides though through words, few words only, because you have a limitation of words, so few words only. And then how will you describe them further? By their actions. Describe them by their actions. Now the story that I narrated, how many characters were there? One was the main character, he was narrating, then mother was there, daughter was there. Daughter was not much into it. She was, we can understand, she's still very young. She is also sobbing, she is feeling bad, mother is unconsolable. Though she was strong, she is positive, because right in the beginning said that it was her conviction, her belief that nothing would happen to his father, that made them a bit calm in their journey, where he was thinking about how his father had been loving and caring. So you get a little insight into the characters. You're not writing a novel that you have to go deep inside and you have to describe them with all their features and their physical and their external conflicts that you have to describe. You simply have to put them in few words. So the point that you need to remember is limit your character. And then the next point. See, the characters should be such that you are able to relate them with the real or with the life going around you. Because when the characters are relatable, you enjoy, or that makes the story more interesting. Here also, the story that I narrated, you could correlate it with the things that might have happened with your family, in your friends' families, in some relations, or very general reactions that were there, a common their reactions also were common, and a typical teenager. So you could relate it to yourself. So it's something that you are able to relate and correlate, and you are able to, and that makes the story interesting. See, unless you make the characters such that can be related, the story would not appear or would not give an interest in the readers. So this is another important point. See, your characters should be such way you develop some likes, some dislikes, or you are able to have some emotional attachment with them. It could be emotional attachment of like you may start sympathizing with them, pitying with them, disagreeing or agreeing with them, isn't it? So when you put your characters in such a way, you make them alive, and that makes your story interesting. Now we move on to the next point, that is plot and conflict. See, I'm taking plot and conflict together because it goes together. Now suppose you have a story and you have characters, but there's no plot. There's nothing for the characters to do. The story won't be interesting. So you need some events, something that happens or that is performed by those characters to further the story, to some series of events or an event. Now the story that I recited there, what was the event? Death. At the same time, What else was there in that? The conflict that was going on, that internal conflict. At the same time, bits of external, that death had taken place. So the things that were going around, that was the conflict part. So the plot is woven well. Plot has to be woven well. It has to have the height of emotion, some climax to it. So what happens in the beginning should slowly change, or it should bring a change, show a change at the end, or at the end of it. That is what the story is. It's not what happened in the beginning, you are there with at the end also. Like, just for an example, let me explain this point also. Suppose the story that I had recited, the child was, the teenager said that there was a phone call that informed that my father was no more, or met with an accident. Immediately they rushed to the hospital, they saw the dead body, they brought it home, funeral took place, events are there, plot is there, sort of, events are there, but there is no conflict. There is no internal external conflict, or the development of plot is not there. And when the development of plot is not there, the story is not at all interesting. So what you need to do here is you have to develop the plot. You have to bring conflict, internal and external, both the conflicts. To make it, in this story you had both the conflicts, internal also, what the child was thinking, how the child changed from a spoiled brat to a responsible person. So there was a change that took place. So this is a very important point of your story. So simply characters will not make a story. A simple flat plot will not make your story interesting. To make a story interesting, you need to develop that plot. You have to bring conflict, internal or external. Now, after the conflict, we move on to the atmosphere. Now, what is atmosphere? There has to be a setting. In our story also, there was a setting. The house, then they moved on, they traveled their journey, they reached a hospital, a place was there. And then you can imagine around the place, the hospital and the scene around, and other characters, how they were dad's friends and all, then how they were standing in dead silence and they did not speak. Then they were trying to not meet the eyes, isn't it? So all these things that is going around is setting an atmosphere. Setting an atmosphere for what? For the ultimate, the climax of the story. What is that? The death. Finally the death was there. Now he met with an accident, but towards the end we have finally announced that father was no more. That brought about the change. Suddenly things changed for this boy. The pampered teenager had now become a responsible boy. So atmosphere has been set right from the beginning. We had the phone call that in itself had brought that it was what was the story point there, that was dooming, that brought some fear in them, because that brought people, there was an outcry. So that itself is announcing that something terrible that will happen. And then while the child is narrating, while they are traveling, he is narrating how he used to get a scolding from his mother, but father was a savior, and he used to save him from mother's scolding and pamper him like a prince. So all this, we start feeling more attached and related to this boy. Our level of sympathy also heightens towards the end when we find how this boy who says that now he's the only man in the house, and now he'll have to take care of the funeral. And the next, he finds himself grown up. He has changed. He has become responsible. So the whole atmosphere. So what is this atmosphere? All this blending of people. All this blending of people, the characters, the events, and all this blending of people, events, and the setting, it creates an atmosphere. So these 4 points: character, plot, conflict, and atmosphere, they are important ingredient of your story writing. It has to be there to make your story interesting. Now, children, as I told you, now we'll go for the next point. This is the third point, like how we have to, what are the different formats that we will get this composition of short story to write. I've written some. There may be a little changes also when you get it as the question formats. Now, write a story based on the following. Now I'm just reading it out based on the following. So you may be provided with a paragraph and you have to base your story. Now it's not that you have to begin your story with this paragraph, but you have to base your story, has to be based on this paragraph. Legend has it that a horrible monster stalks the swamps of a certain area in Odisha. One stormy night, 2 girls in that vicinity find shelter in an upstairs room of an old vacant mansion. Soon they hear a series of strange noises downstairs. Suddenly, a flash of lightning reveals a hairy, 3-fingered hand on the door. So, through this paragraph, the person already, the question maker, is already giving you an atmosphere, is providing you with an atmosphere, providing you with a plot also. So making it easy for you to write your story. And even characters are provided. So there can be another format also, that is write a story including all of the following. So some few things are given, like inheriting a fortune, journey by scooter, police arrest, arrival of an uncle. Now these 4 points: journey by scooter, police arrest, inheriting a fortune, arrival of an uncle. Now all these 4 or 5 points that have been given, 4 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, 4 points are given. So these, you have to base your story, you have to write a story taking help of these 4 points. It's not that you have to fill in the gap, a journey of a scooter, then I was arrested by, please don't do that silly mistake. These are the points that has been provided, and your story should cover these 4 points. Means an outline of a story is given, outline, and you have to complete this story. This is also another interesting way of us providing a question format for students for the story writing. Now we move on to the next. Write a story by continuing the following. I narrated the story to you. That was about we set off on a journey early in the morning. So, and children, when you are provided with such words that you continue. So instead of continuing the following, it could be given, write a short story or write a short original story beginning with the following words. Be very careful when you are beginning or continuing by following sentence or words. You have to continue. You have to continue. You cannot break it or change it in any form. You have to continue with it. Now the next, write a story ending by following. Write a story by ending by or following. Like suppose ... is ending by following words ... and they may write, I realized that I was suddenly grown up. Now the story that I narrated, you can write that, and at the end of with this, I realized that I was suddenly grown up. When ending is provided just like beginning, you have to use those same words to end your composition, story composition. Remember, same verbatim, no verbatim has to be there. You cannot change the tense, you cannot change any word, nor the person nor the tense. No changes and has to be there. Now the next, write a story with the title. So you could be given a format where you may be asked, write a story with the title, A Blessing in Disguise. A Blessing in Disguise. But children, when you get this story, please try to be original. Something that had happened in your life or in others' life. Any person. You can choose the first person or the third person narration, doesn't matter here. But story should be original. Okay. Next, you have to just bring out this theme. Okay. Write a story on the theme. Here's another one, very similar to this previous one. Love of money is the root of all evils. So your story should bring out this concept that the love of money does harm. Make the evils to grow. So you have to bring out this theme through a story. A story has to be woven in such a manner that this theme is brought out. Okay. Then write a story based on the proverb, action speaks louder than words. So now you have seen the different ways you could be where you could be asked to write a short original stories. So these could be the different formats your question to write a short original story could be put up. Now we move on to the next point, and that is some more points that will help you in your story writing. Nuances of it. Okay. Now what are these? The beginning or ending sentence or words have to be written in complete verbatim. Means you don't have to change the tense and words. Just now I told you the point. Now once again I remind you not to change. If the question says that begin with the following words or end with the following words, it has to be begun with and ended in those very words. So there should not be any change even in the person or tense also. Okay, like this story that I had narrated, it was we set off in silence of early morning. Now we set off means don't put I instead of we or they, it has to be we. What you need to keep in your mind, children, is simply photocopy it. That's all. And see, there should be continuation. We set off in the silence of early morning hours with I continued. There was no something that hindered or stopped that sentence. There was a flow, there was a continuation. and this is what you have to maintain. Okay, now we move on to our next point, that is, it should be original. Children, when you write a story that you have experienced, that you have felt, that you have observed, that you have been a part of, your story will surely be original. Now, what I mean here, just let me explain this originality point also, because you may come with a certain other where money or love of money is root or action speaks. You might come up with the old different stories. Change it. Create new. That will fetch you more marks. Somewhere there, at times when we were going through our stories what other children from other schools write, they mistake this originality. They sometimes write the story from the short story. They sometimes bring that casket story and write it, or a blessing in disguise. They take that short story about the little girl. So please do not indulge into copying. That will incur in loss of marks. Well, now we move on to our last point, that is, last but one. Person depends on the hint. Person. Now, whether the first person narration or third person, that depends on the hint provided. It depends if you are choosing the theme story, or the title should be such. If it is not continuation, then you can choose your person, which person narration you want to make, first person or third person. But if it is in continuation, like we set off on a journey, then you should know that you have to continue. You cannot put it onto another. But story is something that gives you that liberty, that you can change and you can go on with the narration, that how they narrated it and how you are presenting it. Then another point, dialogue intensity to be limited. See, this is where children incur into when they are writing stories, that they start writing it in the dialogue form. Like, he said that, I said so, then he replied that way, I was angry and I replied that, and they put it in inverted commas, and it pursues the whole story in a dialogue form. This is wrong. You have to put it in indirect form. Wherever it is you cannot avoid, you put some dialogue, or it is essential part of a story, you have to put that dialogues or some, then you put that. Otherwise, avoid. Too much of dialogue are not appreciated, and they incur in loss of marks. So remember all these points for a story writing. Be creative, be original. That will really fetch you more marks. Now, let me tell your homework also. You have in your total English your topics, chapter 8. Open on chapter 8, test paper 8. That write and short already I have narrated one, but if you want to, you can also, but do not steal my story. Okay, be creative, create your own. Either you can choose this one on page 132 or on page 130, where the assignment is written, write a story based on the following. You can choose any one of these two stories mentioned. It's your choice. Out of these three that I have told, you can choose any one and write. Children, writing will give you practice. And practice writing it in just 35 minutes, not more than. Please do not take more than 30 to 35 minutes to write your composition. you have to practice. In exam board also, you won't get more than 30-35 minutes. If you are spending more, you are making short your time to attempt other questions. And then after this, once you have done that, then it's question number 5 ABCD of test paper 8 that you have to do. Question number 5, page 136 and page 137. First, do it on your own. Please do not take the help of PDF. I've come to know from my sources that you simply look into that PDF and you are writing those answers in your Total English book. It's your loss. So do it yourself. Children, PDF is provided with answers. You can look into, nobody is going to scold you if you write a wrong answer. But you get a practice and you can judge yourself. So first do it on your own, then look into the answers and make corrections. So all the best. Keep studying. Keep updating yourself. Be at par. Don't procrastinate your work. Don't leave it on another day. Children, it will accumulate and it will then cause you to fear, cause you to be nervous, and then you just let it go without studying. So keep on. If you are at pace with your work, it will be interesting for you and beneficial for you also. So keep doing your work. Thank you, children.